All right. So here we go. Today is the last day of the 12 days of loving yourself. And today we're going to be looking at inner child work. So I'm going to ask you some questions. And as I'm asking you questions, I'd love for you to pop your answers in the comments. So I want you to imagine your favorite child, like your favorite child in the world. Maybe it's your own child, or maybe it's your friend's child, or maybe it's your sister or brother's child. I want you to imagine those moments where this child is just so freaking adorable, and they say and do adorable things, and they're just so full of wonder, and it actually makes you feel so filled up. Can everybody think of something like that? Now, I want you to think of a child who's absolutely drives you crazy. The one that you wish would just shut up. It's like, oh my gosh, this kid is so annoying. I'm getting a lot of hearts over on Periscope about this. Okay, so now I want you to think about yourself as a child. When you were a child, were you the first child that you envisioned? Were you the good child, the one that made everybody else happy? Or were you that little annoying stinker who drove everybody crazy? I'm getting more hearts over here on Periscope. I love it. So which child were you? Were you the good, awesome child? Or were you the annoying, obnoxious child? Which one were you? You can pop it in the comments. Maybe sometimes you were good and maybe sometimes you were obnoxious. Generally, that's the way it works because we're human beings. So if you were the good child, I personally was the good child. I almost never did anything wrong. Yeah, somebody says both over here on Periscope. So I was the good child pretty much the whole way through. I was the good child. I would definitely be on time. I didn't break any rules, but it was because I was parented with fear and shame and I was terrified to do anything wrong. So when we're the good child, or we think about the good child, you can think about how the parents of a good child tend to be very controlling. They tend to be the one, the parents who are, controlling is the best word that I can think of it. They're managing the outcome of the child for the child. And the child learns, I have to be a good child to make my parent happy. Oops, sorry. Hang on. I'm having some technical difficulties here. Okay, so you learn that you have to be the good child to make your parent happy. So if you were the obnoxious child, actually the complete opposite thing is going on. If you're the obnoxious child, probably you were being yourself and you were being outspoken, and your parents were giving you a hard time because you weren't being what they wanted you to be. So what happens in the first 6 years of life, we're developing who we are and how we want to react in the world. And that's why inner child work is so important. So I want you to be thinking about what kind of child were you when you were little. So here's a great question. If a child asked you to pay attention to them, would you? Now let's think about your favorite child. If your favorite child asked you to pay attention to them, would you pay attention to them? You guys can give me some little hearts or some likes if you would pay attention to a child that you loved. So, if you knew that the child was trying to communicate to you, and the only way that they knew how to communicate to you was by misbehaving, would you have a new view of misbehavior? When you were a child, what would it have meant to have somebody pay that attention to you? How important would that have been? Can you imagine now what that would have been like to have somebody pay attention to you? Very, very many of us were not paid attention to when we were little. What is attention to you? How are you craving attention now as an adult? What does it mean to you? Hi, everybody who's joining me. Thank you so much for joining me. So I want to offer you the suggestion. It means love, yes. So I want to offer you the suggestion today of taking that time to be there for your own inner child. The little girl inside of you that maybe didn't get that attention that she really needed. Maybe she was trying so hard to be the good girl to get that attention, or maybe she was rebelling so hard because she was trying to get attention. When we take time and pay attention to that little girl inside of us, we actually reprogram our belief systems. So here are two of my favorite tools that you can do quickly for self-love to connect to your inner child. Okay, number one, just asking her what she needs. So literally you can close your eyes, put your hands on your heart. That's what I do. and I'll find her. Okay, who's misbehaving right now inside of me? What age am I? Am I 2? Am I 6? Am I 8? Am I 12? Am I 14? Am I 18? Am I 22? And I'll ask her, what do you need? And I just let her talk to me. Show, I don't know what show means. And I'll just let her talk to me. And I'll just let her tell me what she needs. So that's number one. That's super, super easy. And then if you actually meet her needs, right? That's self-love. It's pretty easy. Our parents didn't meet our needs, and so we get the opportunity to meet our needs for ourselves. And then my second favorite tool, because some people have a really hard time connecting with their inner child, and they're like, I don't know how to do that. What are you talking about? So I'm right-handed, so I would take my left hand. I'd take my right hand and I would say, hey, baby, how's it going today? And then I take my left hand, which is my non-dominant hand, and I would literally write out, I'm not okay today. I'm sad because my friend died, or whatever it is. And so with my right hand, then I can respond, oh, wow, your friend died. That really stinks. How are you feeling? And then with my left hand, I can let her talk. She needs love, admiration, and protection. Yes, so if your inner child needs love and protection and admiration, you can give her that. Please, please give yourself admiration. We talked about that in another video. At night, falling asleep and acknowledging yourself for all the amazing things you did today, even if you just folded the laundry. Like, acknowledge yourself, because these little things that we do, they add up when we acknowledge ourselves for those kinds of things. Okay, so those are my 2 quick and easy ways to connect with your inner child. And then, of course, my favorite way of connecting with your inner child is through subconscious reprogramming and hypnosis, which I can do with you and I can teach you how to do for yourself. So if anybody's ready to do that, please contact me. And also, I want you guys, for those of you who are on Periscope, there's 12 days of loving yourself that we've done in the Facebook group. It's called Beautifully Authentic. And you can just pop yourself right into that group and watch all 12 days. And so if you're ready to live a life of grace and peace and love and joy in every moment, then do these loving yourselves tips and tools. Angelic songs at night. Yeah, also do the angelic songs at night for sure. So if you guys are ready to have a life of joy, have a life of peace, and you're not creating that for yourself right now, please let me do some subconscious reprogramming with you. This stuff works. It's amazing how quickly it works. And then once you've done it, you can record it and you can listen to it again and again, because we do affirmations at the end of it, and you can be listening to that in a subconscious place. Every day you literally are reprogramming your mind so that you're living from this new belief system. We're forming new pathways in the brain. So the old pathway says, I'm not enough, I'm good, nobody pays attention to me, so I have to be a perfect girl, or I have to rebel to get somebody's attention. And then what we do is we go and we do subconscious reprogramming, which teaches your brain a new pathway, which is, I am already lovable, I am good enough, I create abundance in my life. Whatever it is that you're needing for yourself, we will create that together. And so for those of you, so this is the end of the 12 days. If you guys loved 12 days of loving yourself and it was a good pick-me-up for you and it was a lot of inspiration, I actually created a daily quotes loving yourself email, whatever, subscription. So I can talk today. So I'm going to put that in the link. If you join the Facebook group, you'll see that link in there. So if you want daily quotes for loving yourself, they're so cute and they're so inspiring. And I was reading through all the ones that I've created already, and I just pulled a bunch of amazing quotes that are my favorite quotes from some of my favorite people on self-love. And all you got to do is just, give me your email address, and every day it's going to be like, hey, Heather, you're amazing. Check out this quote, blah, 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 whatever. And then, the way that you can implement this self-love today is da, 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 da. I hope you have an amazing day. I love you, and thank you for being part of this journey with me. So if you want some of that in your inbox every morning, make sure to join the group so that we can get you the link. It's going to be on the HeatherHundhausen.com website for now. We're still working on the Beautifully Authentic website. That's almost up and running. But if you want them right now and you're ready to get those emails every day, on HeatherHundhausen.com, they're on there, and I will include the link on this broadcast. So thank you guys for joining me. Billy says, Heather, you're amazing. I quickly identified my little girl missing another little girl. Love all my angels. Yes. And this person over here who I don't know if I know you. It says you're awesome, Heather. Thank you. You guys are so welcome. I'm so glad you joined me. These Facebook Live videos are so much fun. And actually, in just a few minutes, if you're my Facebook friend, Heather Lee is my name on Facebook, Leigh. We're going to be doing a live video here in my office at 12 with my friends Martha and Bianca Pina. Oh, it's Raphael. Hi, Raphael. Thank you for joining. And so if you guys want to watch the live interview, we're going to be talking about my journey and how I got here and what I do and why I do what I do. And it's going to be a lot of fun. So that's also on Facebook. So thank you guys for joining me. And I love you all. And we're going to be doing another series pretty soon. I'm not sure exactly what it's going to be on. In the Facebook group, I did ask if anybody has any ideas. Some people are wanting relationships. Some people are wanting power. Some people are wanting purpose. So you guys put your 2 cents in there and I will do whatever you want. I am at your service. And if you're ready to really start making some really, really profound changes in your life, please private message me, contact me. Let's get started on your journey. I want to be there with you. I want to show you how to do it for yourself. I want you to have lasting, long-term results in your life. All right, guys, have a wonderful, wonderful day.